Hello everyone. How's your day been? I hope you're enjoying your weekend. My name is Mary Egude and this is Plus Size Talk with Mary Egude. Made a video, my first video I spoke about myself, most of the experiences I encountered as a plus size person. That was what I made in I don't know if you have watched my first video. If you have not watched that video, please try and go to my YouTube channel and watch the video. So like I said in my last video, I said I want to make these teachings as unofficial as possible. I want to be real. I want to be able to reach out to so many people that are out there that are hurting, plus size women that are hurting. I want to be able to share my own personal experience on this plus size journey so far, what I've passed through and how I have overcome them. And last video I spoke solely about stigma and a lot of experiences I had growing up. Today I'm going to continue on that same note. I'm going to share my life experience again when it comes to this plus size journey, and I want you to stay tuned, get something refreshing, just listen up, because I don't read from books. I share my personal experiences, which I know somebody must have been maybe somebody's passing through that experience somewhere and think he or she is alone. Last video I told you, I said you are not alone in this journey. So many of us have seen a lot of things: stigmatization, abuse. We have gone through issues of even getting clothes to wear. So today we are going to go a bit further. I'm going to be talking about emotional eating. And I know I suffered in that area a lot too. I give God the glory for all He has done, and these days I can control my diet. I can be able to say yes or no to a particular food choice that I don't want. So today we're going to be talking about emotional eating. And before we continue, I want us to acknowledge the Almighty. I want us to say a short word of prayer. Father, I want to appreciate you, God, for your children out there. I know that so many of them out there have been crying to you concerning their weight issues, health issues. And I pray today, even as we speak, Jehovah, minister to them, O God. Send forth your healing power. Send forth deliverance, O God. As many that have lost control over their appetite, Father, give them your grace and enable them, O God, to be able to take control over their appetite again. God bless you once again. And this is Plus Size Talk. It's me, Egude. And today I'm going to be looking at foundation. Some, when you're a plus size person and people see you, the first thing they see is your size. They just know that this person is very fat, this person is very big. Permit me to use that word fat. I said it my last video. I said I'm going to be using that word often so that we can be able to get the fact of what we're actually talking about. So when somebody just see you, they see your size, and the first thing that comes to their mind is that this person is too fat. Why can't you just control her weight? Why can't you just stop eating? Why can't you? Or maybe you go to a restaurant and you're going to go and eat, and you see some people just staring at you, looking at your meal, looking at your plate, feeling as if you shouldn't be doing this. And they forget that there is a foundation. There's something that triggered off that weight issue. And most of the time, we overlook what triggered the weight issue. We go into the weight issue itself. You cannot solve weight issues except you go deep down to find out how it started in the beginning. What I mean by that is that, let me use myself as an example. When I was growing up, I grew up with a very wicked aunt that I lived with, and she never saw anything good in me. She kept on antagonizing, you kept on abusing. You will never become anything. You will never amount to anything. You are so fat and ugly. You can never get married. Nobody will agree to marry you. I grew up with these words. These words kept on repeating this thing to me over and over again. And over time, they became a stronghold. Those words became a stronghold. So the only pacifier or the only friend I actually had then was food. So when I'm alone and I'm eating, that is the only time I am happy. So I now noticed that food became a comforter. Anytime I just see anything I eat, this took me, I'm talking about when I was a child, and when I was about 10, 11, 12, 13. And this, I grew up with this belief that food is a comforter. I didn't see food is meant to fill your hunger. When you are hungry, food helps to fill your hunger. But I saw food as a friend. I saw food as a friend. Whenever I'm eating, I'm happy. So anytime I'm angry, I grew up with these emotions in me. I grew up with these strongholds. I grew up with these things on my head. So whenever I'm eating, I'm always happy. So even when I grew up into adulthood, I did not realize there was a problem. No, I didn't realize there was a problem. I just felt it was a way of life. That's just how I am. So I kept on eating and I kept on adding weight. And it got so bad that I developed a complex. I had inferiority complex. I had low self-esteem. I think I spoke about this in my last video. I had inferiority complex. I had low self-esteem. And I was not social because of this particular stronghold. This stronghold has been built in my head. So if you are listening to this video, watching this video right now, and you can trace back what the problem is, what actually triggered off this weight. That's the reason why if you have a plus size child and you have a child that's staying with you and is plus size, please be careful what you say. In as much as you want to help that child, in as much as you want that child to lose weight, be careful what you tell that child, because those words actually destroyed emotions. So I grew up with this notion, I grew up with this belief that I may not do well, I can never amount to anything, I can never get married, I can never be slim, I can never be anything in life. No, these things kept on coming. And whenever I'm eating, I'm alone, I'm eating, I overeat to the extent that I will now be regretting why I ate so much, and I will feel like going to put hand on my throat to throw up. And this became a lifestyle. In short, I grew up with it into adulthood. And whenever I have an issue with somebody, instead of me to open up and confront the person, I go back home and eat. When I'm angry, I go back and eat. When I have a quarrel with someone, I just go back and I go and eat. So it was like that for years. It was like that for years. It took me time to be able to trace back where this problem actually came from. Are you understanding me? So when you have a weight issue, people only see your size. People only see your weight. They don't know the problem. They don't know the foundation of the problem. And people keep on telling you, are you not going to lose weight? You are adding too much weight. You are becoming too fat. What is this? What is that? They don't know that they are even expanding the problem. They are not helping you in any way. And by telling you these words, it will continue to destroy your emotions. But you have to get to a point in your life where you tell yourself the truth. And you tell yourself that no matter what people tell me, they cannot control me. That I want to lose weight for me, not because somebody else is saying it or because you want to please anybody. You are a child of God, and God loves you the way you are. God loves you the way you are. You want to lose weight because you want to live a healthy life. Yes. But at the same time, you have to find out where the root of your problem is. I just told you mine. Mine came from my childhood, and I grew up with it into adulthood. It did not only make me overeat, it gave me a complex issues. I had so many issues, and I had so many bad eating habits, and I had so many bad. I took a lot of bad choices. I was addicted to sugar. I loved chocolates. I had anything that has to do with sweet or anything that's sweet. If you go to my bag, then I have a lot of sweets and chocolates, because in case I get offended or anybody annoys me, I just throw something into my mouth, and that is the only time I'm pacified. It's like somebody doing drugs. When that food is like hard drugs to me, and whenever I take it, I feel as if I just took I feel better. The same way the person that is on drugs take drugs and feel high and forgets his or her problem for that moment. That's what happens to me when I take food. So you see, because food is so simple and because food is so natural, people don't see it as harmful. People don't see it as harmful. They just feel as if she eats too much. If you have a drug addict by your side, everybody will feel concerned, and they will be like, this person is a drug addict. You have to help. She needs help. He needs help. But when you are a food addict, nobody believes that you need help. People just believe that you are indisciplined. People just believe that you need to discipline yourself. In as much as you want to discipline yourself, you just see that you are no longer in control. You are no longer in control of that habit. The food is now lording over you. You hear that voice in your head telling you, just go and eat. Just go and eat. And you see yourself eating. I wake up in the middle of the night and I come downstairs to eat. Not because I am hungry, no, but because I am not happy. Because I have anxiety problem. Because I'm depressed. Because I'm anxious. You know, when you see some people when they are depressed, they eat more. You see some people when they are bereaved, they eat more. And you are like, this person is bereaved. How can this person be eating? The person is dealing with emotional issues. That person has emotional problem. And the emotional problem has to be solved before you can deal with the eating issue. You see that when you can solve the emotional problem, you can actually solve the eating problem. The eating problem goes on its own. So whatever it is that you are passing through right now, I want to give us an assignment. Go home, sit down, meditate, ask yourself, how come I eat a lot? Why am I eating? Is it that when you check, is it when you are bored, you just want to eat? Is it when you are angry, you want to eat? Is it when you are lonely, you feel like eating? So check what exactly is causing your own eating problem, and then you start praying against that thing. Father, every spirit of boredom, pray against it. So remember that food is meant to feel hunger. Food is not meant to pacify. Food is not meant for you to while away time or boredom. When you are hungry, you feel the hunger pangs and you eat to feel hunger. But when you eat for any other reason, you gain weight. You gain weight. If you are hungry and you eat, you can burn off the fat, the calories. Let me tell you this talk is not a normal weight loss talk, how you can lose weight. No. I'm bringing in emotional issues. I want to bring out what the problem of the plus size person, the challenges the plus size woman or man goes through on regular basis without being heard, without anybody knowing what's actually going on. You know, you see a very fat person in an eatery and the person is eating away, 2 heavy plates or 3 heavy plates, and you are just like, you are disgusted and you feel, why this person wants to kill herself? You don't know what that person is passing through. Some people might be having issues in their marriage, and because they are lonely, because their husband is no longer there for them, they go to food. Food becomes a pacifier. The same way you see some people when they have issues in their marriage, they go to start drinking. That's what is happening. So when we see people drinking and getting drunk, we feel this person needs help. When you see somebody overeating, and irrespective of the fact the person is already obese, then you know that person is going through some issues. That person also needs help. That person needs your prayer and encouragement. That person does not need your discouragement. That person does not need you to castigate him or her. So when you see that's why I said it's only a plus size person that can understand what another plus size person is going through. You cannot just come out here and tell a plus size person, just go and lose weight. No, because it's not about the weight. It's about the foundational problem. What led to that weight in the first place? So, like I just told you a short story about myself. All the things I passed through during childhood, it destroyed my self-esteem. It destroyed my self-esteem. So it made food to be my friend. It is recently, and after going through a lot, and you need to go online, get information about emotional eating. You need to pray about it, that God should help you. Tell God to help you. There is nothing you ask God that God cannot do. You understand? God helped me because I knew how I felt. I knew who I was before. And I thank God I'm no longer that person. Because I was so shy to the extent that if I'm in a meeting and I even feel like using the restroom, I would feel so ashamed to stand up because I don't want people to start looking at me and laughing at me. I was seriously overweight and I kept on eating. The more I looked at myself in the mirror, the more I hate myself, the more I ate. You will be thinking that since you don't like the way you look, why don't you stop eating? I wish I could. But now I have control. I can tell myself, no, I don't want to eat right now. Those thoughts still come. Sometimes when when I'm not happy, or when I'm depressed, I just feel as if I should choose something. But at least now I can take control. I can take charge of it. It's not the way it used to be. Before, if I'm going out, I used to have all these. I'm not making adverts for them right now. Andrew Livers was in my bag, so that whenever I overeat, I can always drink it. So if I get constipated, I can always drink it. But that did not really help me. That didn't help me. So I'm going today, I'm going to be praying for us, and I'm going to be asking God that God should heal us, heal our emotions. If you are lonely, look for something else to do. I advise plus size people to learn a skill. Learn a skill. If you are the type that does not have a job and you are less busy, learn a skill. Learn to do something with your hands. You'll be surprised that by the time you are busy, your mind will be off food. And if you are the one that think about food all the time, every time food is on your mind, then you also have to pray against that. Food can be addictive. You can be addicted to food the same way people are addicted to cocaine, they're addicted to hard drugs. You can be addicted to food the same way people are addicted to drinks, to alcohol. You can be addicted to some particular food. Some people are addicted to cake. Some are addicted to chocolates. Some are addicted to soft drinks. You see some people telling you, I can stop everything, but I cannot stop soda. I cannot stop my excuse me. I cannot stop my soft drink, because they're already addicted. But whatever you are addicted to has control over you. So today, please go back home, go and sit down. I read a book written by Joyce Meyer, and she said the story of a woman there that used to overeat. And what happened exactly is that whenever that person is eating, she will not eat. She will go and eat. Everybody has finished eating, she will not go and eat.